Kevin Willard at Seton Hall and Maryland. His team plays with that kind of toughness, Big East intensity. He's also maybe the tallest basketball coach in college right now, against the maybe not as tall, but maybe 10 times as energetic as anyone on this planet, Pat Kelsey. In his second season, last year's ACC Coach of the Year. Told us tonight, what's the most important game in the history of the Louisville program, Randolph?
Tonight, it's the most important game in Louisville history. Tells you the passion and commitment that this guy coaches with.
And you're watching it right here, right now on ACC Network. Mikel Brown Jr. has the tip off the win from Sinan Defru. And here come the Louisville Cardinals. All they do is take threes. There's a good example of it. Ryan Conwell starts the night.
Great execution of the fade screen. They do a lot of that here in the Louisville offense, and it's just a difficult team to prepare for because Pat Kelsey scripts so many things. He changes. He comes out with so many first plays, and every out-of-bounds, sideline out-of-bounds puts so much pressure on your team defensively, and when they're knocking down threes, they're as good as anyone because they have elite shooting.
David Bolden, leading scorer, out to Ari Fulton. NJIT takes a ton of threes themselves at 3 and 4 after a loss on Monday night in Cincinnati. Bolden, the freshman, 13 points a game, top 10 scorer in America East. Jeremy Clayville's a big-time three-point scorer. And you figure if they're going to hang around tonight, they're going to make a lot of them against Mikel Brown and Ryan Conwell, one of the best backcourts, if not the best in the country. Isaac McNeely up to Sinan Defru. And that is Louisville basketball to a T.
That's what they want, threes and layups. They start out the game with a fade screen corner three. Great back screen there and a lob by the freshman to Sinan Defru. Won't find an easier basket than that tonight.
German big man didn't play a lot, took the hard fall on Monday, so Ali Khalifa, the backup big, came in, had a big night. Clayville inside, tough catch. That's a throw block. He ate up Malachi Arrington. Isaac McNeely, career 40+% three-point shooter. Same for Ryan Conwell, the transfer. Deep one. Threw in there. He is the tallest man in the world tonight, but he threw it away. Off of Ron Groover. Courtney Green and Jeff Pond, the other two officials in this one.
See the back screen here by McNeely, and as a guard, you don't want to help because you know he's an elite shooter. But when you're that size, you just can't get up and elevate and do anything with the lob anyway. So it's a difficult ask of this backcourt for the Highlanders.
Miss from Ari Fulton, came right to him, but his backside was on the end line. Fulton is NJIT's, at least on paper, best player. High major offers. Right. Injury kind of curtailed his recruitment, but he's been big time for them.
He has. Physically, his body translates as well, and he can compete athletically at this level. And they're going to lean on him heavily tonight, kind of settle this group down. This is a really young group. Freshmen and sophomores.
Stopped only by the front of the rim. Jordan Rogers, he's played the 5 at points for a pretty small NJIT team. As Conwell knocked it away. Active hands for Louisville defense.
Frew looked like me trying to dunk that to start the game. Is that the Sprite commercial? I think that is when he hits the dunk. Yeah, no, he's. You like to see that effort out of him, though. I mean, he is really good in the ball screens. They're kind of different with him and Khalifa. Frew attacks the paint, puts pressure on you at the rim. Khalifa plays more on the perimeter with the dribble handoffs.
Bolden went inside. There's Sinan Defru. It's kind of night with his size and his strength out of the German basketball Bundesliga. You feel like he could have a big night.
Well, he has to be physical. It doesn't matter who he's playing against tonight. Just play your role. Be a star in your role is what Pat Kelsey demands.
How about inside? Skip it out. McNeely. That's what he does.
McNeely knocking down 3. The slump is over. 5 threes against Eastern Michigan. Knocks down his first 3 here tonight. But Sinan Defru, we talked about the passing of Khalifa. He's showing you that. He's a really good passer as well, and that's a difficult thing to guard when a big man passes the basketball with this type of weaponry around him.
Clayville. That's a guy who can't give an inch. Shot 38% at St. Francis, an NCAA tournament team last year. First year at NJIT. Jump it down. Frew, 2 around him. Couldn't hit. Good defense by Malachi Arrington. Their tallest player at 6'11". He had to deal with Mustafa Cham on Monday night. NJIT's loss to Cincinnati. Louisville fans know all about Cham in the 7-2. As Fulton misses badly, won't deter NJIT from taking threes. And here's Mikel Brown Jr.
And we got 12 minutes to go in the first half. Just shows you this guy's a lethal shooter, and seems like a seamless transition for him here coming over from Virginia. And so one of the early signees to Pat Kelsey, and he fits this system beautifully.
We came on the air promising intensity and fury. Louisville comes out of the press, in a press, up 14. And NJIT broke it very nicely. Sebastian Robinson, the veteran guard, makes it 21-9.
Great job breaking the press, and that's what you want to do. You break the press, you want to punish the pressure. They did a really good job of handling Louisville's pressure so far. They scored twice.
Woolley step back, and he drilled it.
It feels like one of those nights when they're knocking down shots like that. You just tip your hat.
6 out of 9 to start the night. We're 8 minutes in. They have 24 points. This is Louisville. Arrington with the timer under 10. No dribble, needs help. He threw it away. Robinson saved it. Opens up for him for a three. McNeely and Frew grappling. And Frew's got McNeely. They're back on the run. Isaac McNeely. He looks like he wanted this from a mile away, but missed it. Rebound for Sebastian Robinson. Only player who's been with Grant Billmeyer all 3 years at the New Jersey Institute of Technology in Newark.
Robinson's role has kind of settled his group of guys down. Like I said, they start 5 freshmen and sophomore. And when he comes in the game with his level of experience, he needs to settle this group down.
Oh, good defense, and Frew. Javon Hadley. Adrian Woolley. Mikel Brown Jr. hasn't taken a shot yet. Looks like he wants to. He did. A rebound down to Arrington.
He lets his guys play, and those are the shots that I like to see Mikel Brown not take. Like just his 6'5" and his ability to pass the basketball, put pressure on the rim. Fine, guys, you can get that shot whenever he wants.
McNeely got his man in the air. Up top, Hadley. Out to Brown, feet set this time, steps in, floater. And just couldn't find that one. That time decided to take it inside.
Yeah, no one stopped him there. I think he's just getting the paint. Great things are going to happen with his vision. You take the one-legged pull up there and airballs it. And it's one of those shots Pat Kelsey says, percentage-wise, it's the worst shot in basketball. And he'll talk to his freshman point guard about that.
All Louisville so far, 24-9. Timeout on the floor. Beeline got 20 points from Damon Lynn and beat him 72-70. Earlier on in the decade, the NJIT program had lost 51 games in a row. They were operating as a D1 independent on the night that they won that game, and obviously Grant Billmeyer's trying to channel that juju coming into tonight.
Yeah, to the side we talked about. It's why Pat Kelsey said it's the most important game in Louisville history. He knows the history and the results of that ball game. He's like, we're not having any slip-ups here tonight. I want you guys focused and dialed in. It has happened before.
It's a nutty box score. Karis LeVert scored 32 for Michigan that night,
that
and
sounds
they
about
lost.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Just a bucket getter himself. Don't show up ready to play in college basketball. You will and can lose.
Hadley missed it. Louisville has shown up ready so far. 53% from the field, 6 for 11 from 3. 1 for 7 start from 3 for NJIT. They've been late shot clock a lot. Rogers, in and out, no. Rebound down to Ryan Conwell. He's got a couple of threes. Mikel Brown Jr. There's his first bucket of the night.
They got the ball in the court so fast, it seems like the shot clock hadn't had a chance to reset. And it was already in the basket.
Tough night to be the shot clock operator.
You've got to engage the basketball a lot faster when you're guarding and you're playing Louisville. You know, when the basketball's coming up, you've got to engage the basketball. Your bigs, everyone has to run back, corral the driver. It puts so much pressure on you.
Folks, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, ACC Huddle Cruise live from Charlottesville, Virginia Tech, and number 18 Virginia for the Commonwealth Cup. get you ready for another full day of football. 2-hour pregame show with game previews, expert analysis, and featured stories right here on ACCN and the all-new ESPN app. Big football game around these parts coming up. Down low, Vigelis Zugris.
Zugris with the finish, but how about that pass by Mikel Brown? And that's the vision he has. And he's averaging 18 points a game, but I think it's his vision and his ability to pass the basketball that makes him so special.
Rogers just missed from that spot. He knocks it down to put NJIT in double digits. And Conwell's in 3 seconds into the shot clock, and 5 seconds into the shot clock, he's got 2 free throws.
Man, look at the vision here in the pass. No look, bounce pass there. Zugris just catches it and finishes. And saw him and his family last night. We were at dinner. Walking past, and he's a guy that's earning minutes with this group. He's coming in, he's playing hard, he's embracing his role, and usually within a group of guys, he's like the third big off the bench. See Dad there. No technical fouls tonight, so he's sitting away from Mom. He's I think Mom got on him a little bit about the technical foul.
If you saw Mr. Zugris walking down the street, you would know he's Vigelis' dad, whether somebody told you or not.
His brother could be his twin. You know he's younger, but he looks just like him.
From the suburbs of Athens, Peristeri in Greece. Clayville loves to take threes. This time distributes. Rogers, he faked it, and then 2 men converged. Mikel Brown Jr.'s got it. First time in a few possessions, we've seen 20 on the timer. See how long that lasts. Brown behind the back, little Conwell in his bag. Rare moment, the 2 point guards are on the floor. Rogers, as he kicks to the corner, one more Conwell. He drives in, Conwell couldn't control it all the way home. Fight for it. That's off Hadley.
It's good offensive possession there by Louisville. They didn't get the basket when the basketball is moving. That's what you want to see.
31 for Louisville, 2 for the Zoo. Mississippi State and Georgia Tech, all games right here on ACCN, as well as the ESPN app.
Louisville comes out with a little running jump. The Highlanders handled the pressure well.
Step back, Clayville. Yeah, he couldn't get the bounce. Ryan Conwell's got the rebound. Mikel Brown in the backcourt. Conwell, sure. I mean, it's just happening from all parts of the court right now for Louisville.
That's the biggest dilemma, I think, when you face Louisville. You know when you watch film that you can hurt them on the offensive glass, but if you do not get that rebound, they are coming at you 100 miles an hour, and you don't have time to find your matchup. You have to find a body, engage the basketball, and pick it up at the 3-point line, or it's going to be a long night.
Time to shoot. Clayville inside, had it tugged away, kicks it to the wing, quick 3. Not even close from Quentin Duncan. They're now 2 for their last 11 from 3. Louisville's hit 8 threes. They've hit 9, a season high in the first half.
And this is just Louisville playing at a very high level of what's showing you what they're capable of. And I don't think this will be the last time that they do it. Here, look how quickly they get the basketball up. They advance it, throw it up, no one engages the basketball. Too late, 3 ball, 23 seconds on the shot clock, and it's in, you're getting it out the net.
And again, that pass that we saw in the middle, that Brown to Conwell, that's the pass you've been talking about.
Because it moves the defense. You're loading up on one side of the floor. They like to skip it across, and it moves the defense, but a lot of times you're transitioning back, and teams are coached to protect the paint. But you can't do that against Louisville. You have to run and build your defense starting at half court and the 3-point line. And if you don't do that, it's just a long night.
And Pat Kelsey was talking to us, like, if they hit that pass, like, if you let them have it and you're not ready for it, you're done.
You're done.
The possession's over.
They know it, and he knows that. And you saw how excited he was when I brought up, like I said, the Carolina sideline break. That's just a big part of their offense. And he's learned. He's been around a lot of great coaches in his time, and a lot of impact from those guys. And he's developed into one of the best coaches we have in college basketball today.
2 offensive rebounds on the possession for Zugris. Crowd goes Zoo. Brown takes a 3. finally, NJIT has it. David Bolden, the 6-foot freshman, jumped for that. Bolden inside, their leading scorer. Not close, it was tapped up by Arrington. And Woolley claims it, and he was just hammered from behind by Bolden playing hard.
I thought Bolden was trying to throw the lob there to Arrington. I thought he was throwing a lob, and it was just Arrington tried to tip it in the second half. They completely flipped it, and so shot over 60% the second half of that game against Eastern Michigan. And when they're shooting the basketball, you're going to get halves like this. And we saw it at moments even against Kentucky. This team is extremely explosive on this end of the floor. And Pat Kelsey gives everyone the freedom. They're just unselfish. Every night it's going to be someone else's night. They don't rely on one guy to have to carry him. And I think that's what makes it so scary.
2/3 of Louisville's baskets are assisted baskets. Right. Top 20 of the country.
They average 20 assists a night.
And it feels like the way that they play, it lends itself to more assists.
Well, everybody knows if you do your job, you'll get the basketball. And whether it's screening, whether it's slipping, you got a bunch of guys unselfish. And look at them talking about like the bigs. Khalifa, Frew, these guys are passing the basketball as well. And they average 12 threes a game. I'm going to bet they're going to exceed that. I'm just a hunch.
I'll take my money wherever you're going with it. I mean, they have 9 different scorers in this game. 6 different guys have an assist. Rogers left alone, and he drops it in.
Oh, they're giving Pat Kelsey something to be upset about right there. No communication on the switch, leave a wide open layup.
Roots the other way. He had a block from behind. That was Malachi Arrington, who's been battling with him down low. Final minute and a half of a first half. Rogers, way of a tough shot, and he knocked it down. Jordan Rogers ready for the moment.
Known as a defender, he's really aggressive on the offensive end. He's only shooting 21% from 3.
Fro, nice catch. Beautiful hands. 49 for Louisville in the first half.
That's the difference in the two. Frew is pressure in the paint on the rim. Khalifa's more at the 3-point line, and Zugris is like a mixture of the two.
Look at Conwell here, stalking Robinson. Mano-a-mano gets it away to Ari Fulton. Got a switch, Conwell and Fulton, 5 to shoot. And Rogers was on the sideline.
A lot of standing around right now. The basketball is moving around the perimeter. Someone has to have the ability to put pressure on the rim and attack the paint. And someone else really besides Bolden has to do that. Louisville a hold for the last shot. Probably be some type of isolation play for Mikel Brown, and to look for him to drive it and spray it over here to the corner to Conwell or Hatton.
6 seconds, got it to Conwell, jumped it back, another 3, fitting to finish off the night. A 50-burger in the first half for Louisville. They'll take a 32-point lead to the break on their 11th 3 of the first half.
Just shooting the lights out right now. They're running everything, executing at a high level. Louisville is looking as good as they possibly can. You got to be pleased with the first 20 minutes if you're Pat Kelsey.
And they'll get Arkansas next Wednesday. Tested. They're going to get Indiana, Memphis. They're going to get Tennessee. Remember last year they lost to Tennessee, beat Indiana, West Virginia, lost to Oklahoma and Ole Miss and Duke, and then finished 20-2. They made a ton of threes on the way to doing it. They've made 11 so far tonight.
And what they make 11 threes in a half, they're beating everyone in the country. And that's just the way this team is. They're going to compete defensively. I think one of the reasons they're so good is that the versatility in how they can play. They can play small ball, they can play with 2 bigs, and they're going to compete at a high level and play a really efficient basketball either way. And so some teams can just beat you one way. Louisville can beat you multiple ways, and this is why they are as exciting of a team to watch as there is.
Played fun with clocks for a second, but let's do it. Second half, Louisville at NJIT. The night before Thanksgiving from Kentucky. NJIT shot 28% from the field. They were 4 of 14 from 3. This guy, Jordan Rogers, knocked down a couple.
He is for a guy that's known as more of a defender. He's knocked down a couple of threes. and more of a driver on the offensive end, but he's not going to come shot behind the three-point line. I think NJIT has to do a better job of even that possession. So much of it's happening outside the three-point line. Get downhill, drive the basketball, play with the level of physicality on the offensive end. This is a talented group, we know, but I think they're settling too much, and Louisville is so aggressive on the defensive end of the floor, they're playing too extended. Attack, get downhill, have some fun. You got nothing to lose.
Why is it so, you just said aggression, but why is it so hard to drive on Louisville?
Well, one, they play pack line defense, so they're already in gaps. So the main defender on the basketball, his job is to apply pressure.
Rogers fought his way in there, kick it out. Arrington found a better three-point shooter, but then immediately Mikel Brown was ready for it. Step back, Bolden.
And they want you to take those shots because they're in gaps. So what you have to do is drive the pass.
Fru. Wow!
Hello. It's a great job there. Again, quick shots, turnovers. They're out 3 to 4 seconds down the floor. And again, it's not just the guards. Fru's the beneficiary of that as the big man. And
we talked about Fru as, he's a positional defender a little bit. There are some labels that, maybe, some implications to that. As Bolden misses it, Fru ripped down the rebound towards Brown. There's some low-key, pretty good athleticism in there, too, with Sananda Fru.
I mean, the talent's there.
Conwell. Rare wide open miss for him. That's Fru on another rebound. Out to Brown. Feet set. Fru almost had that one. 2-on-2. Jeremy Clayville will take these in transition. He's online but long, and Brown's got the rebound for Louisville. 3 points, 1 for 6 shooting for Brown in the first half.
Yeah, that's the shot you want from Clayville. He gets that look, it's open just like that one.
17 for Ryan Conwell. He's got the kind of stroke that when he looks at the rim, you believe it's going in.
Every time he and McNeely shoots it, it looks like it's going in.
Rogers on a string, spun it back out, kick to Bolden. Man, NJIT's had a few of those tonight. Then Conwell lost it, and Ari Fulton strong as an ox.
And again, we mentioned if there's one thing that Louisville has to do is their guards have to rebound. They're spread out on the defensive end of the floor, and you can attack them on the offensive glass.
Fru show starting right now. 8 points for him. Fru averaged 12 and 6 in the basketball Bundesliga in Germany last year. Lob it, Arrington, down it goes with Fru on the ground. 12 and 6 in the German league last year. He played in Europe. Can you explain that level of competition versus where he is now, how that stacks up? As Conwell drills it.
Yeah, no one steps up on the ball screen there, and he gets an open look. But I think the biggest thing is it prepared him for high-level basketball. It allows him to come here and compete at this level where sometimes you need time. But when you play in Europe at a high level, you don't need that time. You're ready because you've played against grown men. And it's been quite a bit of a discussion in college basketball about this. You see the G League coming in, guys coming in, and there's been some conversation about that. And Pat Kelsey's in front of the line benefiting in that level of recruiting. And the European guys coming over, I think, was a big part of that. You had to let the Americans do it as well.
Brown missed it. Out of bounds. That'll go NJIT's way. Dirk Nowitzki was the MVP of that league that Sananda Fru was in. At one point, he was dominant at the rim, and that's also where the analytical numbers really start to come into play. He made 75% of his shots at the rim last year in that league. Well, he can do that here.
He can, and he's going to have to do that here. And, that's his role with this team. Great drop, finish there.
Conwell, he's hit 6 threes. Fru all the way in there, jumped it back out, saved possession. On the refeed, Brown back to Conwell. One more, Javon Hadley. Yep.
A great possession there. Offensive rebound. The ball started in one corner. They reversed it all the way to the other side, knocked down an open 3, and they don't care who gets it. Everyone there caught the basketball, had a shot, passed it to a teammate for an even better shot.
14 of 30 from 3. 4 straight makes for NJIT. Bolden made the last one, and he's going to the line. When we come back,
Conwell chasing.
Network's got 2 games for you. Wednesday afternoon, Auburn and Syracuse in the Dome, 5 Eastern, and then next Thursday night, SMU and Arkansas at 7, right here on ACCN and the ESPN app.
From a freshman point guard that has all this talent, and then the steadiness that Kobe Roger brings when he comes into the game.
He's really, as a human, an amazing story. Robinson airballed it, and Von Hadley's got it. He starts at D2, he goes to Charleston, he's there with Pat Kelsey, and they brought him hurt here. He didn't play last year, but they did it because they knew that he could do what he's doing and could do it for this team that really could contend for a national championship, and it's a joy.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Every team needs guys like that. You always have room for guys that embrace defending the best team's offensive player, as he does.
22 points for Ryan Conwell.
Yeah, he has it going. He's been really good on the defensive end as well. He's not only scoring, he has 5 assists already and 6 rebounds.
Rocco Awad. Tough play, found Robinson. Again, late shot clock. Again, they're nowhere near the basket. Zugris in the grill. Tough shot, Robinson. Hadley had it punched away, and Isaac McNeely's right to the front court again. Fired down, Hadley kick it out. Brown went by his man, spun it out. 3 around him, finds Conwell. Zugris offensive rebound, 3rd of the night. Smattering of zoos from the crowd. McNeely jumped the pass down, got it in, kick it out. Conwell's got 22. Still not on 25. Kelly's got the board for NJIT.
He missed. Can you believe it? He missed. He should come out of the game. Sub him out. He's having that type of night.
And then he committed the foul, the 3-point shooter. He said take him out. That's on you, not welcome back in Randolph Children's Cooper Boardman. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a happy, healthy, and safe one tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
Likewise, my friend. I'm grateful to be here with you tonight.
Yeah, back at you. I'm grateful for 71 Louisville points. Show that they've put on over these last few days. Nice crowd in here too, 9 p.m. Wednesday tip, you never quite know, but quite a few people celebrating. It is an amazing thing, you and I have been here these last few days, walking around this city, and you feel how much what this team for Louisville is doing, how much that matters to people.
It does. There's a lot of pride here in their program, and this, historically, this Louisville program means a lot, and the last few years didn't represent that. But it's back. The energy's back. The passion's back. They're getting better and better, and this team is rolling along here, and they'll get stiffer competition coming up pretty soon.
Brown. He's not quite been all over it tonight. The Zugris foul. That's 1 for 8 from the field for 3 points. For Brown, as you see the program turn around again, it's been well documented. 12 and 52 since then. They've been just completely and utterly dominant under Pat Kelsey. And you get this in talking to people, like they have brought people back very quickly to, as they check the clock here, to believe in this program again, which is the most important thing.
If you spend 5 minutes talking to Pat Kelsey, it's not hard to believe in anything that he's selling. You're buying it. He could sell you a beach house in Utah somewhere, and you'd buy it, wouldn't realize
the timeshare.
Yeah, so, and again, it's a proven track record of winning. He's passionate about it. He's really one of the better coaches in college basketball, and
they do that. Isaac McNeely,
and he loves shooters, so he's always going to be involved in the offensively because he recruits offensive players, and then he teaches them defense and holds you accountable for it and allows you to go. You were talking about Brown before, and I think that for him, I'd like to see him be just a little bit more decisive. I think sometimes he's kind of caught in between, maybe an extra dribble or two. I just would like to see him just be assertive, catch it, shoot it, or swing it and pass it, and not hold on to it as much. And I think that sometimes is how, the longer you hold the basketball, the more defense shifts to you. I think that's what he's dealing with right now.
There's Dad Christopher Brown Sr. always watching.
Got a chance to talk to Dad at practice, and he holds is a reason his son is this good. His dad right there, a big reason for it. His fingerprints are all over his son's game, and His mom's an athlete as well, and they've got to be proud of the jump that he's made in college basketball. And he thinks he's going through a difficult time right now when he's not. It's just a growth. He doesn't have to force it. I mean, he's still 18-6 a night, preseason first-team all-conference. Everyone knows the talent, and he still has a long way to go and grow, and it's going to be fun to watch. You see this young man now, come January, February, he'll be a completely different player, even better than he is now.
Such a hard thing to be as young as he is, or any freshman around college basketball, especially the way that the class has been. You know, we blow these guys up, and it's like everything's perfect, right? 29 against Kentucky, we'll do that. He deserves every flower he got for that. Robinson misses. Hadley's got the rebound. But it's not a straight line. Just like life in anything. You're not immediately going to get to, you know, the highest point immediately, but they believe in the long term, and boy, they should.
And he's incredibly talented, but on a night in and night out basis at this level, a different guy is the best player. And that's the first time he's going through that. Like, he's usually probably 9 out of 10 games in high school and everywhere else, he's been the best player. And this guy tonight has been the best player for Louisville, and he will be on the many a nights.
And Zugris has a rebound. The Greek god. Down to Hadley. Ryan Conwell's got 24. There are a lot of reasons why you should believe in Louisville. Scoreboard will help tonight as Duncan drills one. Ryan Conwell's as good of a reason as any of them.
He is. I mean, just a great person. Sean Miller raved about how good of a person he was. He's just steady. You know, he doesn't ride the peaks and valleys. He's just really consistent, and that's why he's voted a captain on his team.
Shot clock at 10. Zugris to Rogers. Shot clock at 5. Brown dancing. Mikel Brown. That's the 5-star, he says.
Finally.
Hallelujah.
They made one. But even on that one, he caught it and he wanted to dribble. I'd like to see him just catch it and shoot it. You know, and that's the problem when you play in a system as a point guard and you're accustomed to dominating the ball and dribbling. There's a rhythm to that. And in this system, the ball moves and you don't need to dribble as much. And that's something he's got to learn and grow and evolve into. Like, you see his body, he's standing straight up. He's used to having it and coming off ball screens. He's got to make the adjustment of not coming off ball screens and just playing. Like right now, that goes up. Here you go. That's how you get out of a rhythm right there, man, out of a slump. You take play like that. Look out, folks. He is a star.
17th Louisville 3. That's a season high. I'm going to just say it again. 17th Louisville 3. 7 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah. Season high so far, made threes. Surpassed the previous high 16. And a school record is 22. The question becomes, do they get that?
It's quivering.
Uh-oh. You don't leave
18.
him.
Yep.
You don't leave him.
27. Ryan Conwell, dog.
Mikel Brown just giving you a little taste of what his game is like. You hear about the assists, he's like, oh, I made one, so I made one. Why not try 2? 8 shots, but again, he has 6 assists and 4 rebounds. He's impacting the game. As you see there, he had 29 points against Kentucky, and I think he'll have a game of 30-plus offensively. He's just too talented. This team is too unselfish, and when he gets it going one night, they're going to feed him and find ways to give him the basketball. He's just making the adjustments. And there's just so much talent on this team, and he's just finding his way in his niche with this group, and he is fun to watch. He plays the game the right way.
What to you as NJIT beats the press, lob it up. That's a Malachi Arrington dunk, his 3rd of the night. You know, that Kentucky game, he hangs 29. It's a big moment. The whole country's talking about it. National TV on ESPN, all this stuff. What's been different to you about, you know, these couple of games that we've watched here and where he was there? As McNeely has a rim out.
It was just his game. I mean, his night that night. Like tonight, it's Conwell. He's shooting the ball, playing well, and that's what Kentucky is. It's not going to be like that. They're not relying on any one person to score. The basketball is just going to move.
which of course is, if you're a Louisville fan, McNeely. 19th three of the Louisville night. They're 3 off the school record. That's great news for Louisville fans, what you're talking about.
It is, and this is when I say domination. They are plus 31 on the glass right now. They have 50 rebounds, 23 assists. I mean, it's just, this is a flawless game they're playing right now. And I know the competition is you're going to say something about the competition as a fan. But this is what's so impressive about them. They're up 51 points, and watch them play. There's no let up. This is real. This is who they are, and this isn't just one night of hot shooting. They'll crack 100, and they've done it 3 times already this year. And
you should watch him run offense. The movement, the quickness, the way the ball goes into Frew right there, and he draws a foul.
It's a purpose. It's the intensity of it. We are at shoot-around today, and he's getting on these guys, and they practice. They don't have a relaxed, just you go down there and shoot. They're not playing horse. They're not playing knockout. They're getting after it. And today we saw him get on Brown and tell him, get out of the drill. We're going full speed. Get your treatment later. I mean, this is to the 8th-ranked recruit in the country. This is all buy-in about this group, and everyone has a role, and you have to embrace your role if you want to play for Pat Kelsey.
Kenai Roots slices through. 2 shots next. And there are a lot of talented teams in the country. There are a lot of well-coached teams in the country. There are a lot of teams that did well in the transfer portal, all these things. I'm not saying there aren't teams that check all of those boxes, but I do know that Louisville is one of them.
They absolutely have. They absolutely have. And you look at a team like Purdue, it was more about retention. They've had some transfers coming in, and Oscar Clough is one of those guys, big guys doing his role, but sometimes it's more about retention. Sometimes it's high school kids, you know, in Arizona.
I mean, I think people say Purdue is Purdue, and they are the clear-cut number 1, just as it is right now.
I think it's so.
Louisville versus, like, I mean, how about UConn? Like, Louisville versus UConn. I know UConn's not quite healthy yet. How do you see that?
I think they could very well be teams playing in Indianapolis. I think UConn could be Final 14 when they get healthy. And again, they don't have Jason Pryor yet. As you know, he's nearly a year from his ACL injury, and he's getting healthier and healthier. And I just think that they're going to be right there in the end. I mean, when you get to that point in the season, I think when come tournament time, if this team is healthy, would not surprise me if they're right there playing in one of those teams and for an Elite 8, the chance for a spot to go to the Final Four.
Combo got hammered. Cameron Paget playing hard off the bench for the first time. Jeffrey Akintolu is in as well.
I mean, look at the lineup on the floor right now. If this was most teams, this lineup of guys are on the floor. It's essentially 3 starters and 2 guys that play like starters out there right now. Conwell would be over there with an ice pack. Yeah, he's still out here building on his lead. I mean, it's just a standard here. It's actually impressive and fun to watch.
Adds to his season high 28 points for Ryan Conwell. And then you start to think about the places where this roster is going to get better. You mentioned Pryor coming back. He's in concussion protocol right now. He's going to play soon. Adrian Woolley, who was freshman of the year in the A-Sun last year, has not even come close to what he's going to be. They believe in that. Kenai Roots is taking a step. And even Mikel Brown Jr., their 5-star, the guy that's kind of the headline every time that they play, is not yet what he's going to be in January.
And that's why they're going to be so scary. Is there's no need here. You're not going to play 30, 35 minutes a game. You're going to play in the 20s as a starter, so you play hard. You compete on both ends of the floor. And that's what's being asked of you. Move the basketball, be unselfish, and let the defense dictate where the shot's going. And right now, Conwell's got a lot of those.
What a night. 32 for Ryan Conwell. They've hit 23s as a team.
Great drive there by Bowen. He is a competitor. He isn't worried about the score either. He's just competing.
Sananda Frew. Got
to guard the 3-point shooters.
Roots couldn't hit it. Woolley offensive rebound. 2 around him on the floor. And he got smashed down by Arrington. 30 for Ryan Conwell. It is a beautiful night